Hello, it's June 20. Just doing a little garden blog update. This is just a nice little journal for me. So the cannas are doing well. Flowers are doing alright. Now I had a little bit of an issue with this flower here, the red one. It was turning really yellow, and I had a couple things in the garden that were turning yellow as well, so I did an iron treatment in the garden, and I did a soil sample in the garden, and I was really high on phosphorus, which binds up iron. So I put some iron in the garden and some iron on this plant, and it seemed to green up pretty well. The cannon's doing well. And these guys here, I don't know exactly what they are, but they are prone to leaf spot. We've had a lot of rain. I've had to prune quite a bit due to the leaf spot. They're doing all right now. I have a reaper plant here. Now, I'm thinking about growing peppers indoors for a while before I bring them out here, even longer than I'm doing the tomatoes. The reason being is I have a reaper in the basement that's 3 times the size of this. Problem I'm having with that is it's not setting fruit. So I'm going to slowly start bringing that out and getting it introduced to the climate and the sun, hardening it off. This guy's starting to come back a little bit. He didn't look good for a while. Another canna here. Another hibiscus. I'm closing up for the day. And we have, I didn't have enough room in the garden for this guy. This is a tomato plant. It's our Thunder Mountain. It's a kind of a rare tomato plant. I do have one also in the garden, but the tomatoes look pretty cool. It's a blacktop tomato. Alright, and this is Trin's Strawberry Tower. I was kind of hoping that would get more strawberries off of it. It's 20 plants in there, and we're getting some. I mean, this is Trin's first strawberry right there, and it's not huge, but we'll get there. We got another canna here. Now this canna is kind of, I don't know what's going on with it. It's really compact down to the ground. I tried loosening up the roots, but it didn't seem to help very much. It's not going up very much, but we'll see what happens with that. That's another tomato I didn't have room for in the garden. This is a hillbilly. We do, I believe, have a tomato hanging out somewhere on here. Maybe I'll be able to see it on the other side. No, there he is. Can't get the picture right. There he is. Alright, so we got that guy, that hillbilly. I'm pretty impressed with how this one's doing. The stem broke, but he's still doing strong, and because that stem broke a long time ago, and he's still putting up water up in there. Alright, let's take you over to the side gardens. So this is my kale. Now, I've seen from videos that kale is going to get a lot bigger than this. So I'm not sure if this is the variety or if it's going to get bigger, but I have been harvesting off of it and eating. So we'll see. Another tomato on my hillbilly. And now for the big garden. The big garden we have here. This is my Boxcar Willie. Boxcar Willie has a couple tomatoes on it. It's definitely my largest plant. Now these cages go up about 7 foot tall. I have reinforced galvanized kettle panel here, and then on top of it I've taken one of those tomato cages and folded it up because I didn't want to spend the money on getting another truck to get more kettle panel to build those up. But yeah, we got some tomatoes on here. Not too bad. Then we have our hillbilly tomato. This is our in-ground hillbilly tomato. We do have one tomato on here right there. I might have another one somewhere else, but as I said, the hillbilly, it hasn't really produced much yet. So we'll see as it goes on through the year what's going on. June, it's still early. A lot of people are just getting flowers right now, so I'm happy. Now this guy has been producing a lot. This is my chocolate stripe. So as you can see, just tomatoes everywhere. I counted last time I counted 30 tomatoes on one plant. And I'm really excited to see. These guys are supposed to be really good and look really cool. Then we have our prudent, I know this is our lovely Lush. It's another black top tomato. Looks really cool, purplish color. All right, now we have the green underbelly. Got a couple more back there. Oh, hi. Okay. Well, and then some up here, so it's producing really well. And we have our lovely Lush. The lovely Lush has some tomatoes down here, doing pretty well. And we have our other Thunder Mountain. Now this Thunder Mountain, I believe it got a little stunted because of the cold. It had some purple leaves in the beginning, so it is a little bit smaller than the other ones, but it's coming back pretty well, and it is producing. Then we have our pink Brandywine. Now the pink Brandywine hasn't produced very much, but it does have a lot of buds on it, and a plus note, these are one of the first tomatoes. There we go. We got some back there. First tomatoes that I've been told that gets disease, and we haven't seen any disease on this. In fact, I'm going to put some sulfur on it as soon as this video is over to try to help me keep it that way. I'm really excited for this one. This one is our Galaxy tomato. It's really, really cool. It's with it's black and it has little white spots on it. It's supposed to look kind of like a galaxy. And we do got a couple tomatoes growing over there. Now I might have to prune this a little bit because the more light that hits them, the more sunlight that hits them, the darker they're going to be. But this guy just throws out tons of flowers. So I'm excited to get quite a bit of fruit off that. Then we got our front. We have our sunflowers. They're leaning towards the sun right now. This guy, they're bending a little bit, trying to get some sunlight. All right, got some beans down there. And the cucumbers are doing good. They're climbing up the trellis. Now I'm going to give you a backwards view of the garden. Let's see how it looks from the front. It's a little shaded, but that's the garden. So, come back up. And same thing on the other side, some beans, more sunflowers, and cucumbers. Now I am getting cucumbers. You can see here, we got a cucumber growing there, cucumber growing there. We got one down there, one over here. So they're coming pretty good. I'm really excited for it to go all the way up and over. We got some cucumbers over here. They've been climbing it pretty well, and it hasn't been too hard to try to redirect them. And here we got, this is our Kellogg's breakfast. I'm really excited about this one. It's supposed to be a really good yellow tomato. It's growing really healthy. Got some tomatoes on there. And then here we have our Aunt Ruby's German Green, and it's been producing pretty well. Here we have our Cherokee Purple. Now I want to show you something with this Cherokee Purple. Check this out. So this guy right here, I don't usually like to keep fused blossoms. I don't know if you can see that. That's 5 tomatoes fused together. Now sorry, I got cut off. I'm still trying to get a 2-pound tomato. So we're hoping that will be the one. But so yeah, Cherokee Purple, favorite tomato ever. We got a Black Sea Man producing quite a bit of tomatoes. It was my first one to pollinate, and I'm excited for that. It is my only determinate tomato, so I'm surprised it's gotten this big for determinate. All right, and then some peppers. Oh, that's one of my Sun Golds right there. Sun Gold tomato. The sweetest tomato I've ever tasted. Grow this every year from now on. I'm gonna have to grow them from seed though. We got some dill. These are our peppadews. Peppadews are starting to produce. Bree's gonna be happy about that when we get some pepperdew peppers for her pepper jelly. And we have some jalapenos and some ghost peppers. Now that's a giant jalapeno pepper. Now I did hit some black spot throughout my garden, so I had to pull up a couple plants and go out and buy some plants this year. So the mammoth jalapeno is one that I did buy. And we have another one that I bought, the Jim Darnello pepper. Now a lot of people have been bragging about that one, so I'm really excited to try that. It's supposed to be super sweet, no heat. So I got 2 of them. I took off all the peppers because I did have peppers on them already. It's a little bit later in the season. I wanted them to establish the roots. And then we have a Spanish mammoth there. You can see getting pretty big. Another one there. We got some King of the North peppers over there. Some banana peppers. Alright. And let's go to the other side. Here we have some bells. These are my purple bells. And then I have some, those are still purple. Midnight bells. Keystone resistant. Those are green bells. These are my yellow bells, Horizon and Golden Girl. And then we have the delicious tomato. So this one's supposed to produce like 2-pound tomatoes. So this is one of them that I've registered for the contest, for the 2-pound tomato contest. And we do have some tomatoes on there. Now, I'm not picking off all the tomatoes except for one to try to get the 2-pounder. Reason being is because I don't want to waste fruit. In fact, I haven't been pruning suckers. I've been pruning branches to get some air flow through there. I've been leaving the suckers so that they could produce more fruit for me. I got pretty sturdy cages and they're pretty big, so I figured they can bush out. They've still been growing pretty tall. Yeah, so this is my delicious. This is another sun gold here. Got a couple tomatoes down there growing already. And then the carrots. The carrots are doing really well now. It's going to be my only year planting carrots because I put down less mulch than I wanted to. And I think that's the reason I got the black spot. And that's due to these carrots. They weren't germinating yet. And I wanted to make sure that they came out. They had a chance to pop out, but next year I won't be growing them so I can mulch thicker. Alright, I have my dill. Now I don't know if this is a great thing. I tried to do the slug beer trap. I didn't catch many slugs, but I left them in there. I don't know if this is going to work or not going to work. But since I'm bringing birds in to stop the Japanese beetles that should be hitting real soon, they're hitting 6A right now. And we're in 5B. I'm leaving a couple of these around filled with water so that the birds will have something to drink while they're in my garden. Because I'm not scaring them away from my garden. Reason being, yeah, we want them to eat the beetles. We want them to eat the bugs. And if you give them something to drink, I've been told they won't go after your tomatoes. So, and a little garden. Got my basil. Now I take these green onions here. We buy them from the store, and I plant them when we've already used them down to the kind of the white part of the green onion. And I plant them, and then after about 3 weeks, I don't need to plant any. I don't need to buy any more at the grocery store, and I just harvest from here. It'll last all summer. We got some cilantro, another sugar, not sun sugar, I'm having a brain fart. Sun Gold tomatoes. Favorite. I do also have a black cherry tomato. I didn't show you over here. This is my black cherry tomato. It's not doing the greatest. It's got some flowers and some tomatoes on it. Let's see if I can't find them. They're right there. But it's not producing a lot, especially for a cherry tomato. But we'll see as the year goes on. Alright. So, I told you that I had those diseased peppers. And I dug them up and brought them over here because I hate getting rid of plants. So I'm going to actually do some tests on these. I'm going to use different products. I'm let them get them nice diseased and let it spread. Make sure that the disease is going to spread. So I can kind of gauge what next year, how long I would have to work on something. I also want to see once it gets bad, or if it gets bad, if we can control it using different products. I got 5 different things here. I'll do 4 different products, 1 control. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I figure we'll use 1 with copper, 1 with sulfur, 1 with hydrogen peroxide, 1 control, and 1 with neem. You know, that'll probably be how we work it. Alright. And, well, that's my garden. You guys enjoyed it? I know I do. See you when I see you.